Alright. So this worked. Should see myself streaming in a moment. Right. Okay. Let me find the chat room. Don't know where on earth it is. Just want to pop it out so I can see it. Oh. This chat. Can I pop it out? Nice. Okay. And how do I share this? Okay. So that's the right link. Should have just worked, right? That looks like it just worked. Alright. Alright. Post it in lounge. Maybe someone will show up to chat. But, okay. Might eat a little cereal while I'm doing this too. Eating a lot of cereal because gotta use this milk. So, okay, let's take a look at what we got. 1995 out of 2000. You told me that you could probably toss like 50 legendaries, which I'll still comment on, but you know, I get it. And dollar sign is trading, and then other money signs are exclusive moves or something. I think L is legacy, and the euro is, pound is legacy, euro is exclusive. So, okay. Well, first thing I see, I already have a feeling I know how it's gonna go. Because I see, out of 15 Pokemon, I see like 4 hundos here or something. 2 of these. 2 of these. Okay. And a couple spare shinies. Which, you can decide whether or not it's worth having those or not. Every once in a while, someone actually wants to trade for a shiny like everyone's gotten, because it's like an old community day shiny. Or like you can just kind of give it to someone and they're, for like a Meltan box. But like for shinies that don't have much trade value at all. Oh, I see. This one. You probably this is a guy's name. I'm assuming. Okay, this is fine. Maybe you keep 2. And maybe I like ask yourself, seriously ask yourself, do you want to do a living hundo dex? Because if so, you keep these 2 Bulbasaurs, and if not, you may consider like tossing. Okay, what else we got? And then Venusaurs. One's got Solar Beam, one's got Frenzy Plant. Neither fit into Great League. Is this one going to get used in Great League? You could use it for Great League, it's reasonable. Is it broken? Uh-oh. Is it just broken? Does this work? Can you? Is it working? It should still be unlisted, but hopefully you guys can watch. I'm just gonna eat cereal until you guys respond. Baron, are you the only one who like sees me and stuff? Is like working for you? Working for? It's just not working. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing. Okay, and just make it public. YOLO. Okay. Is this like busted on like iOS or something? I don't understand. Valid response received. Okay, okay, recaps it is. Well, okay. I don't know where this is even going to start off, so... Oh, that's probably prudent. I'm just going to stop and restart because there's like 7 minutes of nonsense. Okay. Probably no one's ever going to chat. Probably anyone who says anything will say it in Discord. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess YouTube's finicky on iOS. Whatever. Storage audit. You've got a bunch of legendaries you could get rid of, and stuff marked with money signs is either for trade or like special moveset. So I see 2 Hundo Bulbasaurs and like 2 Hundo Venusaurs, and I'm not convinced of a reason to have 2 of these. 2 of these, like if you want to do and ask yourself seriously, like this is you have to look inside and introspect and ask, do you want a living Hundo Dex? So then perhaps you do this, right? Like you keep this and maybe evolve one of them. And if not, then you consider getting rid of a Hundo Bulbasaur. Because I know you have a lot of Hundos. This might reach like the level of excess or something. What's up, TJ? Oh, I can't, sorry, this is just, I'm not logged in as him. This is just a video he sent me, Josh. So, let me make sure my spin to win ball is still connected. It's not connected. It's not spinning to win. I've gotta need these yummy items. Already got kicked out of a gym. I just took that gym. To be honest, I expected that. Okay. And then I see you have fleeced yourself of some of your community day shinies, and some are for trade. Every once in a while someone actually wants these for trade. But it's reasonable to keep that number low because they're kind of tough to get rid of. I don't really fully understand why you've got some of these Venusaurs. This one I could see it because Venusaur is good in Great League. Before it would have been like if it's no frenzy plant, it's like don't use it. But now it's like Razor Leaf is so good that maybe it's just acceptable to not have Frenzy Plant. But like I don't really understand the logic behind all these Venusaurs. I don't know, some of them. There's no real reason to have a 93 Venusaur these days, especially if it doesn't have Frenzy Plant. Like, what are you using it against, you know? Kyogre? That's it, I guess. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there were more Bulbasaurs up there. Hold on. What is this? Lucky? Are you keeping a Lucky, living Lucky Dex or something? This is more shinies than I thought. Probably get rid of like 2 of them. Even 3. Keep, you know, some for yourself, and then keep some for yourself, and like, you know, 1 or 2 to trade. I see you've got 1 mark to trade. Charmander. That's a lot of Charizards. You can see this is a lot of Charizards. What are we looking at here? About 12, 13 Charizards, 3 of which are shiny. Okay, so this is an obvious keep because it's maxed Hundo Blast Burn. This one, honestly, you probably keep 2 because it's Blast. No, that's not Blast Burn, it's Fire Blast. Well, I don't know. So you got like every moveset basically, and then some of these it's like, I don't know what all the movesets were. It's possible. I'm trying to think if like they'll ever be useful in like Ultra League. And the answer is probably not, because probably Sylph will continue to make all their leagues great league. Maybe they'll do an Ultra League like eventually. But if there were a good Charizard in Ultra League, we would probably already know about it. So a lot of these Charizards, I'm just wondering why you have them. Like I see that like you've marked these movesets as Legacy, and I would make an effort to, if it pains you to throw these things away, I'd make an effort to trade them as fast as possible, because they probably will not be useful for anyone. Yeah, like 6 of these are Legacy. And then there's this one. Oh, that's Blast Burn. So like if there's one worth keeping and powering, it's that one. Blast Burn's like legit good still. But even then, like it's not as good as Moltres. I don't know. Squirtle, what's the Squirtle situation? That's a lot of shinies. It's a lot of shiny non-sunglasses Squirtle. You know, keep 1 for yourself, keep 1 to trade. That's it. Couple of sunglasses boys, whatever. Maybe trim that down, I don't know. Alright, so you got this 98 Blastoise that isn't marked as having Hydro Cannon. Maybe it has it, I don't know, but I don't know what this is for, so. Is that your starter or something? No, it would be 66%. So I don't know. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I used to feel that way, like, oh, I'm throwing away, like, memories of these Pokemon. There's a small one that I still keep because I really enjoyed, like, the memory of catching them. Most of them, like, a lot of the good Hondos I've maxed, you know, I still keep them and have memories of them. And some of them I just, like, have memories of, like, hanging out with people and catching stuff. You know, like, when you catch, like, your first, like, something, you're so excited, and you think it's so good, and you realize it's, like, you caught, like, some 73% Nidoqueen. It's not good, you'll never use it. It's like fun to just be there with your friend. Alright, okay. I see a bunch of like lucky, like max evolve stuff. So I'm guessing you've probably been evolving it up to get like lucky dex entries. And like, I don't know, debate with yourself if it's worth keeping those luckies, because I would take a good gamble that it's not. Never gonna tell you not to get rid of, or I'm never gonna tell you to get rid of Hundo Pidgeys, so keep them for life, baby. I don't know why you have a 98 Beedrill, that's weird. I don't know why you have a 96 Rattata. It's also odd. 98. I don't know why you have that thing. Or 200 Furos. You know, like, eh. Pikachu's, yeah, that's actually pretty lean for a Pikachu collection. It's a lot of Alolan Raichus. Are you gonna trade those or something? Scratch. That seems pretty high IV. Maybe that one is too, but like, get rid of them. Don't know what they're for. Yeah, it's like, what's the point of these 96%? I don't really know. Like, are you keeping a living dex? I thought I didn't see some stuff. I didn't see like Spearow, right? So it's like obviously, and I don't think I saw an Arbok. So why keep like a 98 Nidorino? Or like these like Stinker Nidokings. I don't know if this is supposed to. No, you use different symbology for legacy moves, so I don't think anyone from Fury Cutter. And even so, Nidoking was not very prominent in Twilight Cup, so I don't know. I'm guessing this came from quests. You can toss them. If you're holding on to them because this is a 98 and this is like a 96, don't fall for that mistake. Random low IV stuff. It's junk. These guys, I'm guessing, are sentimental because they look like they're right around the right CP to have been an ace trainer team back in the day, prestiging team. Oh, confusion. Does it have the? Either way, you know, this is a good Great League Pokemon. It made its mark somewhere. It's a lot of Hundo monkeys. Again, I kind of knew that because you've been grinding for a long time and you've had access to a car and when there were scanners that were very consistent, you probably farmed a lot of hundos. So, and Mankey also, like these two both look like they came out of quests. So, ask yourself if it's worth it. It stopped? The stream stopped? I'm still broadcasting, I think, yeah. Prestigers, what, the primates? Or are you still talking about the whatever parasites? I kind of get it. You know, you can keep some stuff because it's sentimental, but also consider if it's worth the whole team of them. You know, I had these like Vaporeons that used to be like my squad, and I looked back and they were like 88%. Like my original like Suicune and Kyogre team was a bunch of like bad percent high CP Jolteons that I just like had from like 2016. Got rid of them eventually because it's just they were clogging up space. Go free, my friends. Four hundos. Same thing. So many. I don't know why this one starred. Probably the 98, I'm assuming, came out of a quest. So this is also a 98 or 96. What's the point? You know? Is this supposed to be Power Punch or something? I don't know. Poliwrath might make a splash, in meeting Honey Bunch's votes. Might make a splash in Great League, but some of these others is like, I don't know why. This one might be good because it's a Great League CP. Oh, you already have a Muchot one though. So this one probably is actually good trade bait. Because someone might actually be interested in these. These two, maybe they're decent in Ultra League? I don't know. Not convinced. Yeah, it's my place, DJ. And this is like, okay, it's 98. You maybe invested Dusknoodle, although I doubt it. Probably was just high level. Don't need it. Big Zams, baby. Zam's cool, but like, You got hella Zams. Got a lot of them. You didn't power most of them, and I know why. It's because you probably got them after it was already like obsolete. You like didn't need it anymore. You know, those like having a team of Max Alakazams back way in the day, dude. I'm psycho. No joke. I will do this for you. No, I will stream it. It will happen either in person or I will stream it. Um, yeah, this is like Hondo Zams or like powered Zams. Like yeah, good back in the day. Now it's like maybe these top two you would throw them on a squad to do like Machamp solos, but you probably got Mewtwo's to do the rest of the work. I know you got a Hondo Mewtwo. I'm sure you got one with like Psychic jammed on it. Or Espeons. I'm sure you got a good Espeon on there. Oh, the Machop boys. Alright. Oh, I've been summoned to find a link, I think. There is slight argument to having more than 6 Hondo Machamp. And that's if you're doing serious low man rating, which I don't think you're doing. So having more than 6 is questionable. Like this bad boy down here, 13 attack and powered to like whatever. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say throw it out. I'm gonna say market for trade and take these like mid-30s decent. It doesn't matter how good IV they are if you're not gonna use it. Like, you're gonna use like these 5/6/ maybe throw. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're gonna use like these 6 for like all your Machamp needs. Take the ones that are level 30 whatever with like whatever IV and trade them to people when they need a Machamp when you're doing low man rating with them. I will actually recommend keeping some of these Machamps. But that's one of the few Pokemon where I would ever recommend this. So, alright, what do we got next? Alright, this Victory Bell. So you're not using it for Great League, though you could be. And this one, I have no idea what you're using it for. So get rid of it. Tentacruel. Similar questions. This seems like there's some kind of funny story behind it, so okay, I don't know. How funny of a story is it? Is it a story you'll remember if you don't have the Pokemon? I mean, you catch a big fish, you take a picture of the big fish, you don't keep the big fish. What do we got? Some of these Geodudes. Hondo, I guess. I think that's what percent means sometimes. Naming scheme has clearly changed a little bit over the years, which is fine. Golem. Oh geez. It's hard to get rid of golems. I think I actually still have most of my old golems. Let me take a look. It feels bad getting rid of them because they really were. They were money in summer 2017. Yeah, I still have like an 89 with 15 attack and a 93 with 13 attack that he kept empowered. It's bad, but I gotta probably get rid of those at some point. Never used one of those golems ever. Like all of them, or like I'm sure you used some of them. But I know we caught one of these wild. Probably this one. Probably at this level. It was level 30. I remember it spawning like way out, like southwest. Yeah, what are these 3 doing? Like, you got 7 Hondo Golems here and a Hondo Graveler and Geodude. Right, which, okay, maybe you keep these if you want to do living Hondo decks, but don't need all these anymore. Sad to say, their time is over, especially 98s at low level. You're never, ever using these. Okay. Why are you keeping a 96 seal? What is random 93 Dugong? '84 Grimer. What? What are some of these? It's Muck, Lucky Muck. Is it that important? Maybe you get rid of it. Probably do. This one? This looks like it probably doesn't fit in a Great League anymore. Probably get rid of it. 98 Cloister. Is one of these even used in a Great League or something? Maybe power this one, toss these. Don't really need Cloisters for anything. They're good at beating Rayquaza, except they're outclassed by Jinx and Articuno and Mamoswine and Piloswine and Rayquaza and Dragonite. Oh, my Gengar situation's a mess too. I need to get rid of a lot of them. I think I still have like 15 like ones left from that day. But tossies. Ghastly. Million Ghastly. I think we're all hoarding at least one Ghastly, just in this weird hope that Shadow Claw Gengar, which is overrated and not even that good, is coming back. It's like a fun thing. I like having a Shadow Claw Gengar as a status symbol, but I would never use it, really. I would never use it. Because it just dies in 3 hits to everything it's good against. Except fighting types, I guess, but then it's like, use Mewtwo, use Alakazam. It's a lot of Gengars. You already know. You already know what I'm going to say. The hell are these two doing? What are you hoarding crappy Voltorbs for? You want a Hondo? I'll give you one. What are you ordering this junk for? They come from quests and it looks like they're never gonna stop. By the way, TJ, if you're talking chat, Gengar's 117. Hello. I'm assuming you're someone from Lounge. If you just use Lounge as chat, I'll probably actually be more likely to read it. Eggs. What do you got these crappy eggs for? Alright. But especially Voltorb. It comes from quests, and it doesn't look like it's going to leave anytime soon. It seems like it's just, like, evergreen. I don't know. And eventually someday we'll get, like, a shiny Voltorb, so hunt for Hondos then. You know what will happen. Executors. Oh, these were Shamani at some point in the past. But not so good anymore. I don't know. Can trim this down. Like, are these all confusion? I don't know. There's nothing that it's like gonna be that good against. Keep one for like funsies and memories or something. I don't know. Are you gonna reroll these? If not, get rid of them. You don't need these, and you know it. Don't need this, and you know it. And you don't need these, and you know it. Dude, you got 3 Hundo coughings and no Hundo wheezing? What are you doing? Just edit one. What? Goofy. Lowest IV I would power up. It just depends. You like for stuff that's not good at anything. Yeah, we're watching this in win with me. Like for stuff that's not like the best at anything or like particularly good at anything. Hundo, I wouldn't really power like a 98 of just some Pokemon I like. For stuff that's like a Blissey I use a lot, or like a Rayquaza I'm using in raids, or like a Machamp. I think one of my Machamps at level 40 is like 84% or something. So I'll power stuff in the 80s if it's important enough. Usually I'll still like aim for like 90s, high 90s, but for me the use is more important. Dust is a cheap resource because you can just get more of it, and you'll actually like spend less of it as time goes on because there's less to spend it on. So okay, so you got spares here, that's for sure. Toss this, evolve one of these. Wow, this is a million of them. Take a lesson from Boro's book and say, I have like 7 Hundo Rhyhorns, I just threw one of them out. Chances, alright, that's important. Some of these, yeah. You're at the point with your Chansey situation, because I know you farmed a lot of those quests, where you start looking at like this, and you go, alright, I'd probably trade this, huh? Or even like this, like maybe more like this one, yeah. Some of these you start to look at them and you go, maybe I trade them, because you have a bunch of high level, high IV Chanseys, and you, I'm hoping, have a bunch of high IV Blissies. We can revisit this soon. Because you only need so many, you know? Like everything down here should be trade bait. If you're keeping this one because it's lucky and legacy, just toss this lucky one just because what do you need it for? What are you doing with a 93 and a 95 Seadra? What's the point? Well, all four of these can go. If you're really insistent on keeping the living decks, you can do so, but it seems you're not horribly insistent on it because you're missing Goldeen, you were missing Spear, you're missing Staryu, you're missing, I think you're missing one of the Nidos. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't, maybe you had a Nido right now. Point is, you're not really keeping the living decks, so. So toss those. Toss that, toss that. I've got some 96 Electabuzz sitting around, and I think I need to get rid of them because I'm just never gonna... Dude, everyone makes fun of me for calling it Machamp, alright? It's my champ, alright? It's my champ. Machamp. My guy. I know some people call it like Machamp or whatever. Machamp. You want me to call it Machampion? Yeah, I got a couple of these like, oh, they're 15 attack, but they're like shitty level and 96% Electabuzz, because technically Electivire is the best electric DPS. It's memeing yourself with the Shadow Claw Gengar thing, where you won't use them unless you're super low rolling, low manning raids. I gotta toss mine too, and you should follow suit. Magmar is the same thing, except that it's not actually the best at anything. So, and Pinsir, this is an odd amount of Pinsir. I don't know why you have so many of them. This, I'm gonna take this wild guess. You got it. Like, maybe is that L for Legacy? I don't know. I'm gonna take a wild guess. You got one of these like a week into the game. But some of these, like, what are you doing? Who is this guy? What do you need this lucky for anymore? You got your dex background. What is this doing here? Kind of pales in comparison, huh? Tauros. You can always keep a Tauros on hand in case some tourist comes by. They're going to be in America for less than a day, and they want to trade one fast, but, you know, it's whatever. Magikarp. I have a feeling this is going to be a long one. It's a couple Magikarps. That's 13? My math's right? Yeah. You have the same problem as me where you have a lot of Hundo Carps, which begs the question of why you even have anything that isn't a Hundo Carp. Because you already probably will not use these Hundo Carps. These came fresh out of quests, and you didn't touch them. This probably came right out of an egg. Maybe a raid. So, what do you need this for? What do you need this for? This. You won't power more Gyarados. I know you won't. You should be powering Kyogre instead. Oh my god. This is so many. I'm sure a lot of these are going to be legacy, huh? Yeah. Okay. What can I say? Look to trade away the legacies. I guess you've got one lined up, but Yeah, look to trade the legacies. This is a lot of stuff. So many. You won't use them. Like, so maybe this 1453 you hold it because of like Great League. Like maybe there's some Great League Sylph Cup or whatever where it's like good, or like Niantic tweaks the moves again and suddenly like it's good. Oh no, that's Waterfall though, so it's not even Legacy. So I don't know. Just offload these things. You won't use them. It's like they're rare, but they're worthless. You know, they're low supply, but they're also low demand. It's low value. It's a lot of Lapras. I know you'll like Lapras or whatever, so I can excuse it. Everyone's allowed to have extras of a few Pokemon they like. Alright, but what are all these Dittos? Oh, jeez, I missed it. Well, okay, what I'm gonna say is, doesn't matter. Like, so the reason to keep a high IV Ditto that everyone's holding out for is in the hopes that breeding will come to Pokemon Go, which, seeing as like everything else has come to Pokemon Go, probably breeding will someday come, and maybe Niantic will allow us to pass down IVs from a Ditto. You have 2 Hundo Dittos, which means there's no point in you having non-Hundo Dittos. Even, I guess the only point would be if you wanted to do this super duper meme of like, I think people like Trio to Rayquaza using only Dittos or something. But I'm sure you won't do this meme because nobody wants to do that. It's not gonna happen. Rayquaza's not around, so just toss him. You got 3 luckies. Jesus, gotta clear my storage already. The curse of spinning 2 gyms every 5 minutes. Normally I only get to spin 1, but GPS has been nice to me recently. So I get to spin 2 gyms every 5 minutes. It's good stuff. Okay, Eevee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are all these? Oh, they're the Flower Crown ones. Do you care? Is it worth it? Did you evolve any already? If you didn't already evolve some of the Flower Crown ones, who's to say you'll ever get around to it, you know? I don't know. They kind of throw a wrench in collecting because they're just this really annoying thing that like clogs up space, but I might actually just throw away all my Flower Crown EVs because I hate them. And this is a lot of Vaporeons that are not good. This guy is so low, I would be surprised if it was even on the Prestigious squad. Maybe it was, but kind of doubt it. And then these others, it's like, you know. So yeah, I used to use a Vaporeon of this caliber to fight Groudons and defend gyms. That's how bad it was when I was level 37 and 8. But, yeah. Jolteon, it's a lot of shinies. A lot of shinies to be hoarding. A lot of shiny Flareon to be hoarding. So many. So many. And a lot of Porygon for no real reason. Are any of these Legacy? I don't see Rock Throw. Oh, I guess Mudshot's Legacy. Doesn't fit in a Great League. This might still be good trade bait. So, hold on to it. A Rock Slide, is that the Legacy move? Yeah. This is for sure there are people looking to trade this. So, you could definitely offload this for something decent. Hold on to that. But like this? Nah. Too many low IV pieces of junk. Come on, you've got like, what, 135, 140,000 Pokemon caught? And like 5,000 eggs hatched? And like 8,000 quests done? You can just get a Hundo. So many Aerodactyl. Oh my god. Where did all these come from? What do you need them for? Didn't you have a Hundo on there too? You don't need them. Snorlax. It's less than I expected. I'm guessing this is Body Slam. People don't even want to re-roll Laxes anymore because they're just not that good anymore. Like they're not that good for defending gyms. You put it in when someone else already put in the Blissey and the Chansey. I don't know. You could probably get rid of these. I have a bunch of Lax that I'm like hoarding. I threw a few out recently. Yeah, they're just not even that good anymore. Oh, because of Outrage or something? Yeah, Body Slam's Legacy. And that move's actually still like pretty good for as like a gym defender. It gets there because it just uses it so often. Obviously, like Machamp will still rip through it, but it's likely to take a hit, which will annoy your opponents a bit. There's nothing wrong with keeping a team of Articuno. Well, there almost is. Nah, actually there is now. Yeah, because Mamoswine's just better. So get rid of the extras. With Zapdos, it's acceptable to keep some of the Thundershock ones or whatever it was. But, because it's like about as good as Raikou. But you probably have a lot of Raikou. I think you used to be a big raider at that time, so we'll see. Moltres. Moltres might still be the best fire in DPS. But you haven't powered these, which makes me wonder if you ever will. And if you never will, then just get rid of them. This is a million Lucky Dratini. Get rid of them. Get rid of the ones you won't use. And I know you won't use most of these. Like, you and I are both at the point where because of our Rayquaza and Dragonite situations, a 96 Dratini is like just not that good, you know? Like I've been rerolling them with Melee because I will not use a 96. Yeah, this is something along the lines of what I expected to see. A lot of good Dragonites, and that's like fine. These are either usable or highly tradable. Maybe some of these ones that are like non-legacy and like not the best IV. You probably could find someone who just wants them, who would just take them. But you consider getting rid of them for sure. Reroll them, baby. Okay, so yeah, you got like 700 Dragonites in here that you didn't power. So think about the fact that you didn't power them, right? Like, I don't know. Need to. It's fine. Shadow Ball's still highly tradable. It's more shinies than you need, probably. You're not really going to use the Frenzy Plant on it, ever. Good grass types are a meme. So there's a lot of shinies. A lot of shinies. A lot of shinies. Why do you have a 98 Sentret? What are you doing? You have a Hundo. You're keeping... Why would you have a 98 Sentret? I've caught... And you probably have caught a comparable amount because we're both grinding like the same amount since Johto came out. You actually maybe a little less than me, but still. I have 2,760 Sentret caught, which means you probably have around 2,500, be my guess. Which means you'll just catch more. You'll get another Hundo. Doubt you scanned for this. It's probably just a rando you checked. Like, was this Letty in a Prestiger? Would people throw Executors into gyms or something? What's the start for? Is it Hundo? Get rid of these. Just get rid of them anyway. You have a PvP one anyway. You don't need... Get this junk out of here. no babies. Evolve them, just as you've got too much candy. Mass evolve, baby. I see you re-rolling Togepi's. Some of these are worth like evolving and maybe powering. Well, if you're gonna evolve it, you're gonna power it. So some of them are worth keeping, but the ones that aren't, don't, you know, just don't. A lot of shiny Mary. Your Johto is a lot cleaner. Pichu's, I get it. There's hat Pichu's. You're gonna keep one of each. It's a lot of hundos. Why? You know? Why bother? And they're in quests. A lot of Yanmas. Some people really like Yanma and Yanmega. I get it. They're pretty cool, but what are you using these Luckies for? You're just clogging up space. You can't grind. You can't keep cool stuff. You can't do anything. You just clog up your space. Yeah, these two, stick them around. You know, you gotta fight Machamps, Hitmonchans, whatever, raiding from time to time. 2 of these seems excessive, but it's fine. You can commit to it, I guess. Alright, meme IV Murkrow. Murkrow's is like meme Pokemon because 1, people kind of like it because it's like junk. Like it's like liking Pidgey. But 2, I think because Kodo just decided he was going to collect as many Pidgey candies or Murkrow candy as he could, everyone like kind of thinks Murkrow is cooler than it is. Which I don't understand. I'm like mass evolving these things just to get rid of the candy. Like every time I get spare Sinnoh Stones. And so like for a while I was keeping these Murkrows that aren't that good. You know, I don't know. Like Honchkrow I guess is like best flying DPS, which is really niche. And I think, yeah, I don't know. It's really niche. It'll be good against like Virizion. I guess that's it. I don't know. I guess that's argument for keeping these Murkrows. But then you better evolve and power them. Because if you're hesitant to evolve and power them, and I know you have the dust. I know you have like 12 million dust. If you're hesitant to power them, get rid of them. Because that means you won't use them in raids. It's good rid of like 1 raid boss. So think carefully about that. There's a lot of ghosts. A lot of hundo ghosts and lucky ghosts for like probably no reason. I like this random 98. Unknowns. I'm not gonna count these letters, but if you have more than like 2, like yeah, like basically keep 1 for yourself and then 1 to 2 for trading, especially of the GoFest letters. The question marks, keep as many as you have left because people like still need those, but like C, that was 2 GoFests in a row. It's like the hardest letter to trade away because like so many people have it. Like if there's 1 unknown people are likely to have, or is it the 2 people are likely to have, it's gonna be C and I because it's Chicago and Celebi. Why do you have this? What? Wobbuffet's a meme gym defender. It's good. It's like when you want to put a Chansey in a gym, but someone already did it. I only put him in like train station gyms ever. I can't imagine a reason to have more than 2 Wobbuffet. There's been a tiny amount of times where I wish I had second high level, high IV Wobbuffet. So these 2, you don't need them. Giraffrig, what the heck are these? What the heck are these? That's not Hundo. That's not Hundo either. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. What's this doing here? What are these doing here? We got all these Steelix for. Hold on. I'm scrolling too fast. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna say the same thing. It's a lot of stuff that's just like 96 and Y, you know? A 96%. And 96% non-weather boosted wild catch. There are 10 IV combinations that give you either Hundo or 98 or 96. 1 in 400 of a non-weather boosted wild catch being 96 or higher. And at that time, 9 of those 10 probably not actually that good. You know, 400 Pokemon, you can easily do that every 2 days. So every 2 days you could get another 96 or 98 or Hondo. And like 18 of those 20 days, it's not even that good, you know? Every 20 days on average you'd get like a Hondo, catching 200 a day. Not weather boosted stuff. 96s are not even that rare. It's like a waste to keep them. And then when we expand down to 93, oh my god. Get a 93 like every day. Get like 5 of them because of weather boost. It's a lot of shiny Swinub. Can you find people to offload all these things to? It's a lot of lucky Delibirds. You have Hondos, so what's the point of all these? Like, it's tempting to go for a Lucky Dex. Living Lucky Dex is a real pitfall because you basically have to not do some other kind of living Dex. Having spare Luckies, why? You know, of like a non-useful Pokemon, why? The lucky rate is what, like 1 in like 30 or something? 1 in 20? And you live in the same, you like live in very close vicinity to like 2 people who would be down to trade a lot, and also in pretty close vicinity to a lot of people who would be down to trade. But like, how often do you hang out with like Argon Archer and B-Cell Party? Like all the time. You can do 100 trades every day if you wanted to. So you could get like a shitload of Luckies. It's just not worth keeping them. And these Skarmories, okay, you know, there's a species rule now, so you don't need more than 1 for Great League, but it looks like this is your guy, and I don't know what these are doing. And I don't know what these are doing. And then, oh, it's me. What are all these things? What are all 7 of these are questionable. Donphan was like an okay gym defender back in the days when you would like 10 stack a gym, and like Donphan could max out at like 3,200 or 3,300, so it would be like up there. And you could do like play rough, so it would like mess with people's like Machamps. And it would have like Munch or counter or something, so it would mess with people's like, I don't know what else. I don't know. But you like, yeah, I guess the important part of that is the point is these are not important, and that's 7 free spots you could just have. Donphan's in raids, you could catch more. Actually, it's not in raids right now, but it comes back. I don't really, that was kind of a joke. Not a very efficient way to get good Donphans, but okay, so you got a Hundo here, so why do you have so many of these, and why do you have so many regular Porygons? Like Porygon 1s. What? Mess of all these bad boys. Use the candy for something and then don't look back. Same thing. You're memeing yourself with the Electivire Pipe Dream. It's just a collectible Hundo, so if you don't have the Hundo, just don't even keep one. Blissies. Yeah, I mean, you know. It is what it is. You got chances for days. Trying to Blissey army, some real Elite Four Durrell stuff. Are these? Power them. Next time Cargo comes back, you better power these. Well, 3 of them are powered. That's good enough. You got grass types to round out the rest and like some Zapdos or something. Entei. Real question is, why do you have 6 Raikou, a Pokemon that's very good at what it does, and 11 Entei, a Pokemon that's generally considered outclassed by Moltres because generally more DPS is better than TDO. Sure enough, none of these are powered. Probably none will be. So get rid of them. Suicune, same deal. Larvitars. It's a lot of shinies. It's one you could probably offload in trading, but definitely yeah. If you can't do that soon, quickly, think about if it's worth the space. I don't know what moves these Tyrannotars have. It's worth having a full SmackDown team probably. And now it's a little less important because Rampardos is on the way, though I still Rampardos does enough damage to where its TDO isn't that bad, just by sheer force of just doing a billion damage per second. It's like by definition makes its TDO go up. But Rampardos, like other glass cannons, is likely to be overrated in terms of its actual usefulness for raids. So if you have a SmackDown team and it looks like you have a full Bite team, then ask yourself if the other Tyrannotars are important. Because even the Bite team, the Bite team will be useful for a long time. Never mind. Yeah. We're going to get the Lake Trio eventually, and I'm sure Niantic will make us suffer through a year of each of them. But you get Giratina coming back, you know. It's a lot of Lugias. Only time I've seen Lugia be particularly useful besides as like an anchor for like some Machamp or something, which really is not. That was when I was like a super pleb. It's probably the last time I used a Lugia in a raid. Is if you're gonna like, there's certain raids if you waffle them where Lugia just will do so much damage that with your friends together, you'll beat it in time, albeit slowly. And you know the next raid's like 5 minutes away, so you throw Lugias at it. Something I've seen King do before. He's like the only person who I've seen do something like that. What I'm saying is get rid of the Lugias. Hello, yeah, same thing. Except I don't think it's useful for anything. Trico, okay, fine, save some for whatever, but also like evaluate whether these are useful anymore, given that you are about to have some of the Frenzy Plant. What do you have, like, what are you doing with all these Puchianas? What do you got, like, these 4 Puchianas for? Why? What are you doing with all these, excuse me. What are you doing with all these Lotads? Lotad was rare when it first came out, and then people realized there's a million of them in the rain, and it was stupid common, and then it was rare when Niantic screwed up the weather, and now it's pretty common in rain again. So who needs it? That was a lot of routes. Probably enough for me to go back to and comment on. Yeah, why? People were hoarding routes partially for Gardevoir to do something, I guess. Unclear to me what that is, but something, I guess. Like, they're decent. They're pretty solid against, like, a Draco Meteor using Dragon. Although Togekiss is just as good, if not better, of an alternative. And then people were also counting on Gallade to be good, which it's not, because its moveset's not good. I think even then the contingency was like, well, maybe it gets good moves. And then it didn't, which was not surprising. And here we are. So there's no need to have that many routes. Breloom, if you're not going to power him, don't keep him. Like, it's easy to watch some video on Reddit or read some article on Reddit. It's just like, well, you know, this has the best DPS for this situation. If you have 2 trainers with a team of 6 of them, it's actually enough to duo a 7 Rayquazas in 45 seconds. And then so you like kind of like have this idea plant in the back of your mind, and suddenly you get like a hundo glass cannon. You just think, what if I made a Reddit post, and then you keep it, and then you never ever use it. So if you're not gonna use it, you know. That's my impression of Reddit for you. Yeah, so that's a lot of dumpling boys that you will not use because your Machamp situation is far more than enough to be sufficient. And then I don't know what these are for. Or all these spares. This is like, I'm gonna guess you just have a million Hoenn hundos that you won't need. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. I'll take one of these off your hands, Mzall. I mean it. I was in Minnesota. Couldn't really grind much, so I only got one when they came out. What are these? What are they doing? Get rid of them. You got all these spare spindas for? Get rid of them. Nobody even wants to trade for them. I've never seen anyone ask about Spinda. I guess I don't go to Board of Trade that much. Let's have an experiment. Let's go to Board of Trade right now. I'm gonna search in Board of Trade Spinda. I'm gonna see how many people talk about them. March 5th, looking for Spinda. February 5th, looking for Spinda. February 2nd, same guy, looking for Spinda. January 31st, same guy, looking for Spinda. And then the previous one, someone offering Spindas in November. And then also in November, someone looking for Spinda. Every 3 months, someone looks for Spinda. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Why is this so like crappy Trapinch? Rename him to Crapinch, alright? And then mass evolve him to put the candy to good use. And then get rid of him. I don't know what these. I don't know what these like bad IV Swablu are for. You don't need them. You don't need them. So Vipers, what are these for? Keep one to trade to someone just like on hand, but like it doesn't need to be good IV. And then get rid of these other ones. And then you can't even retrade these to anyone. You might as well toss them all. They're gone. They'll come back in 6 months. Get them then. But also, no one wants to trade for them anymore anyway, because they actually rotate. What is junk Barboach? On my 20-minute commute to work, in which I pass probably about 30 spawns, maybe 10, 15 spawns, I catch like 3 Barboach every morning. If I step into the loop on a sunny day, I will have Barboach pressing me down with their body. 98? I probably get a 98 Barboach once a month. Yeah, you don't need them. Feebas. So Feebas Day came and it went, and you were with me and you did like 80 tasks. And also, you've clearly hatched some Feebas. So you do not need a lot of these crappy Feebas. You just don't need them. You don't need them. You'll never use them. In fact, it's hard to even offload Feebas candy because you have to walk 20 kilometers per Feebas. You're not going to use them. Milotic was an okay gym defender back when it first came out. And since then, I'm not even sure if we've gotten another new, better defender, but Milotic sucks. So, you don't need them. And they're not that good at anything. So, these spare cast forms for no reason. What is this doing? What are these Absols for? Trade them all. Or get rid of them. Why not? What are you doing? What are you doing with them? Snoruns? What's a 93 Snorun? What are you doing with that? Only keep the ones you would seriously evolve in power. If Salamence were to get, like, Outrage, probably Outrage would do more damage net than Dragon Claw. If Salamence were to get, like, the best possible moveset it could, for, like, yeah, for, like, raiding or something, only keep the ones you would seriously evolve in power. It's a lot of shinies. And a lot of Metagross. Which, like, Metagross is another one, is like the 10th Pokemon in a row, basically, where Reddit memed itself into having storage issues. Because basically you'd see posts constantly like, dude, holy fucking shit, Meteor Mash does like the best DPS, that, like, it's like the best steel type ever. It's like a good generalist. And generalist is for suckers. Because using when you use a generalist to beat Pokemon that you don't expect to see in gyms because they're not good. So anything beats them already. Right? Like, a generalist in raids is something you have if you've caught 20,000 Pokemon in your name and you really can't afford to build, like, raid teams. You know? And even so, because of the HP buffs to tier 3, 4, 5 raids, you're better off having like optimal counters at level 30 than some generalist at level 40. It's my 2 cents. So everyone got like so crazy about Meteor Mash, and then it's not even that good. You throw it in as a gym defender behind someone's like Blissey, Chansey, maybe already Snorlax in their combo, like. And then, you know, and then the guy with the Tyranitar still has a million years to react, to dodge. So it didn't even hit him anyway. It's basically Dazzling Gleam with Steel type as far as gymming is concerned. Like, I'm trying to think what it will ever be good against. Like, what's the next raid boss we'll ever see that's weak to Steel? I guess Regirock and Regice come back. Does it do more damage than Machamp? Maybe. Not if it's cloudy. Xerneas? Oh, that thing like fairy? Okay, so in the midst of Gen 6, probably in a year and a half, Meteor Mash Metagross might finally see its time to shine. And then the ones that aren't Meteor Mash aren't that good, so, you know. Okay, Regirock, you're not going to need a team of them, so get rid of the spares. I'm glad you've managed to actually find one to trade away. But now they're also in the research breakthroughs, so trade these things away fast because other people are just going to get rid of them themselves. Same applies for all Reggies. I have found great success actually with Registeel in Ultra League, despite it maxing out at like 2300 or something. 2400, I don't know. You can clean these, and I think you know it. But you can also clean these, I think you know it. And these go through, take a serious stock of 6 to power up, and have them be like a Kyogre team, because its water DPS is so good that it's like, yeah, it's up there. And like, if Groudon ever comes back, it's your guy. And then I think Terrakion maybe is your guy, because I think that thing's like rock fighting or something. I don't know. Maybe it's your guy. Maybe Machamp's still the guy for that. Maybe Kyogre is not even as good as I say it is. It's the best water DPS by like 1,000,000 miles, though. And it's pretty bulky, so it's actually useful. Yeah, I don't know. It's useful versus less things, I think, I guess. I don't know. We'll get the Primal move eventually. Yeah, I guess, eventually. Groudon. Good versus the Algas right now. Good versus Heatrans. It's fine. Just trim down the ones. Trim the fat out of here. B-Cell still needs to reroll a few. But don't reroll all of them, because I want to reroll some. Rayquaza. Hey, you know the deal. Get rid of the spares. We probably caught them together. Deoxys. Get rid of the spares. Just because it comes from an EX raid and that has exclusive in the name doesn't mean it's good. Alright, what is this junk? This is actually junk. What is this guy doing? Got like 1,000,000 of these luckies. Who cares? Yeah, that's the other Reddit meme is, well, I'm not gonna power this up because it'll just get better someday. And then the better thing comes out and goes, well, I'm not gonna power it up because it's almost the next generation and something better comes out. And the next thing you know is you're hoarding 20 million dust and haven't used any of it. But you're not hoarding 20 million dust. You're hoarding like 1.5 million because you're on Reddit all day, which means you catch like 55 Pokemon. The doofs. Meme Pokemon. Get rid of these spares. Come on. I know you don't care about Bidoof that much. You just care about Bidoof because other people care about Bidoof. Follower. I'm joking, but this is a roast. Oh, I've been doing this for a while. An hour. Jeez. It's real fine. I didn't really want to grind later tonight anyway. Nothing to say about this. Massive all these suckers. Not good for much else. Kratos. Yeah, it's fine. You can build a team, but you're falling for the glass cannon meme. I just want you to know. It's good enough of a glass cannon, though. Like, it's not like a glass cannon where it's like, oh, well, you know, this does 10% more DPS than Bite Crunch Tyranitar, it's Shadow Claw Gengar, and it dies in 2 confusions. This is actually like, yeah, this thing, like, it does one thing and it's go forward. But, you know, so, okay, so that's fine. More dumb luckies. Why are you re-rolling so many Gen 4 things? Whatever. I don't... That's a rhetorical question. I don't care the answer, but get rid of these luckies. What do you need them for? I mean, what do you need these things for? Bad IV. It's ugly. What do you need all these things for? Were you just trying to get one to fit into, like, Great League or something? You got one. So get rid of these. They're not good. Same thing. This is a PvP mod. Power 1 to Ultra, maybe. It's pretty good there. Beats Alolan Muck. And then keep this one in Great League, and then get rid of the rest. You don't need them. I don't know why everyone cares about Finneon. Everyone's going insane about Finneon. We like scan for it. I don't get it. Is it just because it was rare when it first came out? Is that why? I catch a Finneon in this apartment like every day. Like once a day I catch a Finneon here. I don't leave the place and I get it. It's a meme Pokemon. Get rid of it. Just because it was rare once, everyone feels like it's rare forever. Yeah, and then trim the Dialgas and Palkias. Alright, reroll the other crap. And that's everything, I guess, huh? Alright. I hope you feel like you got roasted. Am I evolving? Thought about it. I don't have that much stuff to evolve, though. Alright. One Rhyperior? Yeah, one Rhyperior. Rhyperior's not that good. It's worse at being a rock type than Tyranitar. It's worse at being a ground type than Groudon. Rhyperior sucks. No, it doesn't suck. It's good, but it's good if you're poor. Like, I said, it's good if you're not rich. If you're like me, you just power Groudons instead. Or Tyranitars. Exactly. Toss all your Rhydons. You don't fucking need them. Alright. I'm being profane now. Let's get out of here.